Remembering the neurotransmitters of AP Psychology is vital to your success throughout the course and on the AP exam. There are 7 important neurotransmitters that you should know and understand, which are acetylcholine, dopamine, serotonin, norepinephrine, GABA, glutamate, and endorphins. This can be a lot to remember, but through the use of a key mnemonic, you can use elaborative rehearsal to commit the neurotransmitters to memory, opposed to simply repeating them to yourself, which is far less efficient. Notice how starting with acetylcholine, the effects of the neurotransmitters alternate between being excitatory or inhibitory. It will be important to remember this alternating order, and that dopamine is both inhibitory and excitatory, and then resumes with alternating at serotonin being inhibitory. Knowing whether a neurotransmitter is excitatory or inhibitory will be very helpful in remembering their functions. The key mnemonic for remembering these neurotransmitters and how they excite or inhibit the neuron goes like this. Aunt Deborah said no gabbing. Get exercising. By remembering this simple sentence, you can better recall each of the neurotransmitters and keep them in the order that makes them alternate between excitatory and inhibitory. First in the sentence is aunt, which pairs with acetylcholine. There's your aunt. It is very important to remember that acetylcholine is an excitatory neurotransmitter because this neurotransmitter starts off the order that will eventually alternate between being excitatory and inhibitory. Acetylcholine contributes to muscle function, learning and memory, attention, and a deficit can lead to Alzheimer's. Notice the underlined A in Alzheimer's, which pairs with the A in acetylcholine. A surplus can lead to muscle spasms. Deborah pairs with dopamine. There's your Aunt Deborah. Dopamine is an excitatory and inhibitory neurotransmitter. It is your body's main reward and pleasure chemical. It contributes to focusing attention, memory, motor skills, mood, emotions, and arousal. And the surplus can lead to schizophrenia, while a deficit can lead to Parkinson's disease and drug addiction. Notice the underlined PA in Parkinson's disease, which matches with the PA in dopamine. Said belongs with serotonin. There's your Aunt Deborah with everybody saying happy birthday to her. Serotonin is an inhibitory neurotransmitter. It helps to regulate mood and social behavior, appetite and digestion, sleep, memory, sexual desire. A surplus can lead to hallucinations, and a deficit can lead to depression and mood disorders. A good way to remember the functions of serotonin is the 4 S's, which are sad, sex, sleep, and starving. No belongs with norepinephrine. There's your Aunt Deborah running away from a bear. Norepinephrine is an excitatory neurotransmitter. It controls arousal and alertness, and it is your body's key player in the fight or flight response, which Aunt Deborah is exhibiting by running away from the bear. It also plays a role in mood elevation, and a surplus can lead to anxiety, while a deficit can lead to depression. Gabbing belongs with GABA. There are 2 people gabbing. GABA is your body's main inhibitory neurotransmitter, which can be easy to remember because gabbing often inhibits you from getting work done. GABA calms you down, it regulates your sleep-wake cycles, and a surplus can lead to sleep disorders and eating disorders, while a deficit can lead to anxiety, epilepsy, insomnia, and Huntington's disease. Get belongs with glutamate. There's a man really getting at it in the gym working on his glutes. Glutamate is your body's main excitatory neurotransmitter. It contributes to learning and long-term memories, and a surplus can lead to an overstimulated brain, migraines, and seizures. A deficit can lead to fatigue, brain fog, and poor memory. Exercising belongs with endorphins. There's a man running on a treadmill. Endorphins is an inhibitory neurotransmitter. It acts as the body's natural opiate and is linked to pain control and pleasure. An example of this is runner's high. For example, this man who is running on the treadmill, may have a twisted ankle or is really out of breath, but his body's natural opiate is making him not feel that pain so that he can continue to run. A surplus can lead to artificial highs, while a deficit can lead to potential opioid addiction. By remembering the sentence, Aunt Deborah said, "No gabbing. Get exercising," you'll be able to recall that Aunt belongs with acetylcholine, Deborah belongs with dopamine, said belongs with serotonin, no belongs with norepinephrine, gabbing belongs with GABA, get belongs with glutamate, and exercising belongs with endorphins. By remembering that these neurotransmitters pair with these words in the sentence, you will better be able to recall the functions of these neurotransmitters and the neurotransmitters themselves. You would also be able to recall that there is an alternating order between excitatory and inhibitory neurotransmitters if you follow the exact order of this sentence. So always remember, Aunt Deborah said no gabbing, get exercising, and you will do fantastic at remembering the neurotransmitters of AP Psychology and ace the AP exam.